beneath the burning Arizona sun, as dust spiraled like ghosts of the frontier. Rancher Caleb Hunter never expected that one decision. Just one moment of mercy would change the entire rhythm of his quiet, lonely life. But that morning, when he opened his ranch door and found a fainting, Apache woman leaning against the wooden frame, clutching a torn satchel and whispering for help, he had no idea destiny had just stepped into his world. Her voice trembled, her eyes shimmered with exhaustion, and yet she carried a strength that made the desert wind pause. And when Caleb carried her inside, letting her rest in the safest place he owned, his own bed, he didn't know that the frontier itself was about to test his courage, his heart, and every ounce of compassion inside him. The woman's name was Naya, an Apache fugitive, not by crime, but by survival. She had escaped a raid, lost her family, and wandered through the wilderness, carrying nothing but memories and a hope too fragile to speak aloud. Caleb had seen hardship before. He had lived through cattle stampedes, winter storms, and long nights of loneliness, where silence echoed louder than thunder. But something about the way Naya breathed softly in his bed, save for the first time in weeks, unlocked an emotion in him he clear's throat had long buried when she woke. She stared at the wooden ceiling, confused, until she saw Caleb sitting by the fireplace, polishing his rifle, only to keep his nervous hands busy. "You let me sleep in your bed," she whispered. Caleb nodded slowly, shy as the horizon at dawn. "It was the warmest room," he said, "and you needed strength more than I needed comfort." Naya smiled faintly, soft, grateful, innocent. No tension, no impropriety, just two hearts, recognizing the safety they both longed for. She told him her story, how she ran from danger, how war shadows followed her tribe, and how she didn't know where to go next. Caleb listened with the quiet patience of a man, shaped by long sunsets and longer battles with solitude. As the sun dipped low, turning the land gold, Naya stepped outside, touching the wooden railing of Caleb's porch with gentle reverence. "You saved me," she said softly, "and people like me. We don't get saved often." Caleb lifted his hat, embarrassed. "Anybody do the same?" "No," Naya said, eyes warming. "Only a man with a good heart would." And in that simple sentence, Caleb felt something he hadn't felt in years. Purpose, belonging, connection. The winds of the desert carried long notes of destiny, and somewhere deep inside, Naya felt something else. A future forming, soft, safe, possible. She looked at Caleb with a glow of hope. The story of two lost souls had only begun, and the frontier was ready to watch. What came next, the following days, brought a calmness Caleb never realized he missed. Naya helped around the ranch, not out of obligation, but out of gratitude. She brushed the horses, whispered to them in her native tongue, making even the most. Caleb admired her connection to the animals, the way her presence softened the rough edges of ranch life. Where the land had once felt heavy and silent, it now breathed with a quiet harmony. Mornings began with shared work and unspoken understanding. Naya rose early, often before the sun, greeting the desert as if it were an old friend. She moved with purpose, gathering water, mending small tears in warm blankets, cooking simple meals over the fire, with an instinct that spoke of generations of survival. Caleb watched her from a distance at first, unsure how to speak without breaking the fragile peace that had settled between them. He wasn't used to company, let alone someone whose past carried so much pain and dignity at once. As days passed, word spread quietly among the nearby settlers that an Apache woman had been seen at Hunter Ranch. Whispers traveled faster than the wind, some filled with suspicion, others with curiosity. Caleb knew the risks. The frontier was unforgiving, and mercy often came at a price. One evening, as the sky burned red and purple, he finally voiced his concern. "People might come asking questions," he said carefully. Naya met his gaze, steady and calm. "I won't bring danger to your door," she replied. "If I must leave, I will." Her willingness to sacrifice her safety for his struck him deeply. "You're not a burden," Caleb said firmly. "You're welcome here." In that moment, trust rooted itself between them, stronger than fear. One night, coyotes howled closer than usual, and Naya startled awake, breath shallow, memories crashing back like a storm. Caleb heard her cry out and rushed to her side. He didn't touch her at first, only spoke softly, grounding her in the present. "You're safe," he said. "No one's coming." Slowly, her trembling eased. She looked at him, eyes shining with unshed tears. "In my world," she whispered, "safety is temporary." Caleb shook his head gently. "Not here. Not as long as I can help it." That promise, simple and sincere, wrapped around her like a shield. The next day brought unexpected visitors. Two men rode up, faces hard, eyes searching. They asked questions, probing, testing. Caleb stood tall, unflinching. "This is my land," he said. "Who I help is my business." Naya stayed inside, heart pounding, listening to every word. When the men finally left, unsatisfied but cautious, Caleb exhaled a breath he hadn't realized he was holding. That night, by the fire, Naya spoke again of her tribe, of songs sung under open skies, of laughter before loss. Caleb shared his own story too, of a wife taken by illness, of a child lost too young, of how the ranch became both refuge and prison. Their pain met in the middle, not to deepen wounds, but to remind them they were not alone. Seasons began to shift. The heat softened, and the land showed hints of renewal. Naya planted small herbs near the porch, saying the earth always remembers kindness. Caleb found himself smiling more, laughing at small things he'd once ignored. The loneliness that had clung to him for years loosened its grip. Neighbors noticed the change in him, the lightness in his step, the warmth in his eyes. Yet danger never fully disappeared. One afternoon, distant gunshots echoed, and Caleb knew trouble was near. He prepared to defend what he'd come to care for, not just the land, but the life forming within it. When the threat passed, leaving nothing but dust and silence, Caleb and Naya stood together under the open sky. "I don't know what tomorrow holds," Naya said quietly, "but I know this place gave me something back, hope." Caleb looked at her, heart steady, sure. "Whatever tomorrow brings," he said, "we'll face it together." There was no dramatic confession, no sudden declaration of love, just a shared understanding that some bonds grow slowly, rooted in respect and courage. As the story of their lives continued, the frontier watched, bearing witness to a kindness that refused to bend to cruelty, to a mercy that became strength. And if you felt that quiet power, that human connection beneath the dust and sun, then you already understand why stories like this matter. If this chapter touched your heart, don't forget to subscribe to the channel Soulful Chapters. Share this story with someone who believes in compassion, and stay with us for more journeys where humanity shines even in the harshest landscapes. The story doesn't end here, it only grows deeper.